in. How is it going, everyone? Welcome to 10 Desires, the game that I was playing yesterday, and I think that I can pull it off today. It's not a game that, well, I mean, it is a game that is hard, but knowing the strats helps, and I think that yesterday I did very well with the strategy, so I think I might be ready. Or not, who knows? I believe. I don't know how many tries it might take. Might take a lot of tries, might not take a lot of tries. I don't know. Yeah, last time I got to the final boss. So at least theoretically and practically I can get very far. Only a couple more patterns to actually reach the 1 coin clear, but it will be more than doable. And if I managed to do it, the idea was doing the extra stage with no bombs. But the thing about that is that the extra in this game is also a little bit hard. And it's mostly for the same reason as the game itself being quite challenging, which is the fact that you don't get that many resources. The game is very stingy with resources. I mean, you get, I think, a total of like 4 extra lives. For a regular shoot 'em up, 4 extra lives is a lot, but not the way that Touhou usually works, especially since it's always been a series about dealing with RNG. You usually have a wider margin of resources to deal with that. It's fine. So I do remember that the one time that I went for the no bomb, it took quite some time. I mean, the boss in itself is not that easy either. I don't care how the extra now, I should be focusing on this instead. I already decided the places that I'm gonna activate Spirit World, this one being one of them. Yeah, that spell card is essentially never gonna be captured, but who cares about that? I can certainly capture if I want to, but it's also one of the risky ones, so considering that you get double resources, there really is no reason to do it. So maybe a little bit. Oh, never mind. Yuyuko's theme is so loud, it makes me think that my whole PC is loud. But no, it's just that those trumpets are very loud. Now, the strategy on stage 2, quite honestly, I don't... I remember using the Spirit World at the end, but did I use it before the end? I feel like I didn't. No, I think I save it for the end exclusively. I think that's what I did. I guess that might feel like wasting it, especially since you could use it here if you wanted to. I almost died. Well, getting the bomb fragments there warrants using a bomb or not, probably no. I also know if those enemies there, if you kill them fast enough, if others with extra lives spawn or not. I know that's the case at the end, at the end of the stage. But here, I don't actually remember. As much as I don't want to, I feel like I need to bomb this. I really don't want to. I can't help it. These non-spells are way too hard for me. Wait, there's something I didn't check now that I think about it. I'll check it later. After this run. Well, she drops 2 life fragments here, huh? Huh. But it could be worth to Spirit World activate there. I will assume that you probably get a similar amount of resources, but you probably get more for the end of the stage. I think that's where I want to activate, most likely. Also, how is it going, H-Sun? I can't seem to hear anything. Well, maybe it's on my end, I don't know. Hopefully not. Oh, it wasn't on my end. Okay, yeah, no worries. So I did want to check my microphone just to see the volume was good. I think it should be. The thing that might not be good is my dodging, but it's fine. That's normal. That's no mistake. It's as I say yesterday, this game really feels like an inverted pyramid of difficulty. Like the first stages are the hardest ones and then it gets more relaxed later on. Really feels like that. Especially, I feel like Kyoko is such a hard stage to boss. Probably one of the hardest ones that I remember from Touhou. Well, I mean, with the exception of 15. With the exception of, what was her name? In 15, the Moon Rabbit, what was it called? The first one was Satan and the second one was... What's her name? Ringo, yeah, that was the name. Wow, nice hit. Very cool. Oh no, it's not Raisin. That's the playable character. This isn't a tower defense game. How is it going, Wasabi? It's not a tower defense game, but It's a game with a lot of tombstones. Kinda look like towers in themselves, right? Don't they? Those are tombstones. We're in a cemetery. Why is Kogasa at a cemetery? We don't know. Well, that's bad. I mean, you're gonna get double resources here. I mean, with 2 bombs to lose. Unfortunately. But that was the place to... It was either that or earlier, right? Because here you don't get... Oh no, I keep forgetting. The place I used to activate the spirit world is during Yoshika's first Pelgar. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough spirit to do that. I mean, these guys drop a lot of it, but it's not enough. That's bad. This might require a reset, unfortunately. This might actually require a reset. God damn it. I mean, it's very hard to capturing the following spell card without... Well, to capture the following spell card, basically. That's the hard thing to do. Doing something like that, not getting killed in the process. Okay, I actually captured it, no way. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the first time I captured that. Well, maybe not the actual first time ever, but at least the first time in an actual run. A Lunatic in this game is quite challenging. In every other difficulty you can say that this game is one of the easiest in the series, but not specifically on Lunatic. Lunatic is a little bit of a problem. Probably want to bomb this one. And here I could activate Spirit World, but... Well, not like that. That's not what I meant by it. Ironically, activating Spirit World doesn't seem to make it free to absorb the spirits. That's a shame. Also, I was gonna check the microphone thingy. The microphone is fine. Alright, well done. What's your first Touhou game? Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad game for being the first one, because as I said, it's in every other difficulty that is not Lunatic, it's quite easy. So it's not a bad choice. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it gets the job done of being introductory. I mean, it's a way at least to start to feel confident around the Touhou games. I wouldn't think it's a bad decision. I feel like when it comes to modern Touhou games, The one I would recommend more as the first one will be 16, probably. Really depends though. It depends on what you are looking for. 16 can also be a little bit of a noob trap, mostly because of the gimmicks. I think that recommending modern Touhou games in general to first-timers might not be the greatest idea. They have way too many mechanics that you will never see again, basically. So if someone, for example, gets used to the sub-season release on Touhou 16, then they play other Touhou games and they are like, oh, well, where is my release? No, there is no release. It was a unique gimmick. So, the reason why usually my first recommendation to everyone, if they don't want to start with EOSD, is to start with Imperishable Night. That's the one. Well, not to mention that Imperishable Night doesn't give you a bad ending if you beat it without continuing. Well, not the first time at least. Okay, that's the thing. Gimmicks in the modern Touhou games can be a handicap. Because if you get too used to them, you're gonna suffer when you play any other Touhou game. It's okay. Well, it's also a matter if you're interested in playing other Touhou games in the first place or not. Because I mean, maybe you are a super fan of the season release on 16, and maybe you don't want to play anything else because you just like that mechanic a lot. So I guess it all depends on what a new player is trying to look for in Touhou. It's a more traditional shoot 'em up experience. If they want to beat all of the games, they just want to beat one game. I don't know. It's all a matter of expectations. Just want to get into more shoot 'em ups. Well, if you want to get into more shoot 'em ups that are not Touhou, I mean, playing Touhou helps you obviously a little bit with the eye-hand coordination and all of that. But I think the problem that Touhou has is that it's very unique when it comes to shoot 'em ups. It's very RNG based, and for the most part, with some exceptions, it's not really route based. Instead of routing, what you have to do is simply you kinda just play through it and it works. That being said, one game I will recommend to get into more traditional shoot 'em ups that doesn't immediately obliterate you is the Mushihime-sama, the first one, in the original difficulty, that is. Not in ultra or anything like that. In original difficulty, first Mushihime-sama game. Not to mention it's also available on Steam, so you don't have to worry about availability. The game is I think it's a very good introduction to traditional shoot 'em ups. Gets the job done. Yeah, that and well, the other shoot 'em up, vertical shoot 'em up made by Cave that is on Steam is also not a bad idea, which is Dodonpachi Daifukatsu. Well, it's called Resurrection on Steam, but I think that one is a little bit too gimmick based, so I will first recommend Mushihime-sama. That game is very well done. You know, I really don't like Kyoko, you know? I really don't like this dog. I mean, I don't like dogs in general, but I certainly don't like this one. It's fine. It's as I say, with the exception of Ringo, it's probably one of the hardest stage 2 bosses in the series. Well, I guess you could also include Meira there from Touhou 2. Touhou 2 is an exception in a lot of things. Yeah, that's quite an exception. Yeah, that's like the only exception aside from Ringo that I can think of right now. Every other stage 2 boss that I'm thinking is way easier than Kyoko. Am I more of a cat person? I don't like pets in general. So, well, this is something that I say some time ago, which I think that I still hold true to what I think. I dislike both cats and dogs, but the thing is that like I wouldn't own either of them. But if I have to deal with the neighbor's pet, I rather deal with a cat because the cat is usually annoying in their own house. You know, like a cat usually just does annoying things directly to the owner. However, when it comes to dogs, when they decide that it's a good idea to start barking non-stop, they are not just annoying to the owner, they are annoying to everyone that is in the vicinity. So that's why I don't like dogs. Not to mention that aside from the barking, they are also more annoying when people take them for a walk. Like sometimes they try to sniff you. I mean, I don't care that much, but some other ones try to do more stuff sometimes. Obviously the owners are like, hey, get here or whatever, but it's still annoying. But with cats you don't have to worry about that because cats are not taken for a walk. I mean, usually. I mean, I don't know anyone that takes a cat for a walk. Bam. Wait, why do you get... Hold up. Why did that drop 2 life fragments? Maybe it's because if you finish the spell card fast enough they spawn. Because if that's the case, it's way better to save them for the spell card. You kill the spell card quickly and you also get Kogasa's drops as well. It's one of those secrets of this game. A lot of enemies spawning under certain conditions. Weird. a little bit weird. Oh, that was close. Okay, so we say that I was gonna activate. I mean, I could capture it like I did last time. I simply don't feel like it. Besides, you get the extra resources from it too, so... A little bit of damage to the non-spell, but that part is not very important. It's not significant. Oh. The overlap of these bullets is very messed up. It's so easy to not see a bullet. That's what makes this spell card so hard. Like, the pattern in itself is not that hard, and the bullets are slow. But being able to see all the bullets at the same time is the hard part. Unfortunately. I'm just gonna bomb this non-spell. Screw it. Okay, for this one we already learned that caring about the spell card is a bad idea. I can't believe that pattern. That's something that is only a problem on Lunatic. Like, the bullet density here can be enough of a problem to not give you enough room to dodge. But it's not a problem in any other difficulty. But it makes sense, it's Lunatic. Hey, like, for example, the bullet density there is absolutely crazy. Like, that bullet density is so nonsensical for a spell card like that. Because the whole point of that spell card is that you're supposed to go up. You're intended to go up to catch the spirits before they get absorbed by Yoshika. With that much bullet density and that RNG, that's not easy to do. And it's like, that's very hard to do, because if it's already hard to dodge it on the bottom, imagine running into it, like moving upwards simply to catch that while you're dodging those extremely random high density bullets. That's the issue. I think Sun went a little bit overboard with that spell card. Like, the spirits shouldn't heal that much, and if they are gonna heal that much, you cannot have the bullet density be that high. Because even if it was easier to go up, the spirits, like, you can only catch some of them, you cannot catch all of them. So she's still gonna get healed and the spell card's still gonna take a long time. But here it's even worse. Going up is extremely risky in itself, so... Yeah, I don't like that spell card. I'm pretty sure that on lower difficulties like, it's as easy as like simply shooting from the bottom and you will deal enough damage to finish the spell card. I don't think the healing is that exaggerated, but in Lunatic, that doesn't work. It is what it is. Now, the interesting thing is that I still haven't gotten to stage 4. That's very bad. At this rate, are we even gonna reach the final boss like yesterday? I have my doubts. I guess the run from yesterday was the one that was extraordinary more than anything. Probably. Like it's not that common to for me. Now, something that I feel that will be pretty nice is if there was a toggle in-game to play all of the Spirit World songs instead of the original ones. I think there is a fun patch like that, but it would be nice if you could do that like in the whole game by default. I wonder how it will feel to play the game like that. Full trance. I wonder. I indeed wonder. Don't get me wrong, I do like the piano of the first song. Just that I feel that most of the songs that come afterwards are very underwhelming. Having the Spirit World versions at least will make them sound more funky. You only have a 10-second glimpse. And that's assuming you use it in every song, which is usually not the case. Well, probably for scoring purposes it might be the case. Like, I will assume that someone that goes for scoring here, they probably activate in every... So it begins. The stage 1 hell begins. Is that how it is? It's a little bit too early for that, don't you think? The stage 1 hell hasn't been an hour yet and you're already doing it. Like it's too early for that game. You should wait a little bit more time. It's too early to be doing this. But it's fine. So be it. That's how you wanna do it, that's how we will do it. But I mean, after all, if after this game my idea is playing 14, assuming I beat this one, 14 is even worse in that regard. Like the stage 1 hell in that game is worse, and the one on the next game is even worse than both. So yeah, maybe I should appreciate the stage 1 hell of this game. It will get worse later on. I mean, I'm most likely not gonna bother with 15 on Lunatic. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, not with a non-Sanae or non-Raisin shot type. That's bad. But yeah. I first need to beat this before worrying about all of that. So we will see. But yesterday it really seemed like it was gonna be very close. I mean, it was. It was, it's just that I'm failing to replicate that right now. It's alright. Like, I think that ironically Yuyuko being the stage 1 boss is one of the worst things that could happen to this game. Because having 4 spell cards on stage 1 boss seems a little bit overboard. We're talking about 6 spell assets. I mean 4. Did I say 6 before? Hopefully no. 4 spell cards is a little bit too much for stage 1. Actually, the one on the new Touhou game, the one on Touhou 12, Touhou 20, I mean. That game, the first boss had 4 spell cards, right? like this one. But I'm not sure now. I feel like I'm making that up. Like, she didn't have 2 like it's usual. I can't remember if she had 3 or 4. Yuyuko in that regard is kinda unique. Because I mean, you know, stage 1 bosses are not supposed to be that long. Well, the funny thing is that even a game like Lenin, you know that in Lenin, well, at least in the first game, every boss has like 5 spell cards, regardless of their position in the game. But the exception is the first one. The first one only has 2. Okay. That's... I wonder if she had a hitbox when she approached, because if she did, I should have died. So how is it going, Draino? The rest of the Daily Dose team? I mean, for all I know, Alex might be your real name, Draino. I don't know. You could be doxing yourself here. It's fine. I can't fucking believe this, dude. Everything is going backwards. I will have to retry. It's just that it's so demoralizing to retry this game in particular, because it's such a pain in the ass in the first stages, so you don't wanna retry it. Draenor is busy. Yeah, he's been playing a lot of gachas lately. No, it's pretty funny when Draenor used to talk about games like roguelites as not being real games. And then he plays, you know, gachas. Pretty funny. Pretty funny, indeed, playing some real games like gacha, right? Well, to be fair, Draenor never said that the gachas were real games. I just find it funny how in Draenor's vision, roguelites are not real games, you know? A very funny thing to say, while being a gacha player. True? Yeah, I know. Very funny indeed. But it's fine. Oh, and Yami is here too. How is it going? This time you actually use your Origami's account instead of the other one. I guess I can expect him to come here with the other account. He did a name reveal back then with that account. So for all I know, it might just be a code name, you know? Just a code name, nothing more. It's fine. It's also a very common name, so it's not like it will be very revealing or anything. I mean, just like my name is. Well, not as common as his name, though. The name he showed was very common. So common that in fact it could be a name from my country too. It's a multi-language name. I wonder how long it's been since you did that. Probably, well, 3 years, most likely. I wonder during which stream it was, though. You know, those are things lost to time. I don't have memory that strong. It's me, Nash. Yeah, I kinda noticed for you showing up for 10 Desires. I kinda figure it out. You know? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit frustrated right now. But yes. I remember your interest in 10 Desires. An interest I cannot share in the slightest, but it's okay. Well, I mean, after all, since I already skipped UFO, I could just skip this one. Go straight to 14. And look, my plan is as follows. Just so you know what I plan on doing on the following days. But obviously today the plan is Lunatic 1 coin clearing this shit. And if I manage to do that, will be the extra no bomb of the same game, of course. If I manage that. If I don't manage that, and considering that I already had 3 streams of testing, tomorrow I'm just gonna start with Ridge Racer 6. I'm just gonna do it. I've been wanting to play that game for a while. I cannot hold back much longer. But if I manage to both get this today and the extra, tomorrow will be 14. Well, and if I manage to get this and not the extra, I guess tomorrow will be the extra. It's what makes the most sense. Those are my plans. To be fair, I kinda hope I don't get this Lunatic 1 going clear simply to play Ridge Racer. Like, I'm self-sabotaging here. I'm sabotaging myself just to play Ridge Racer. Nah, it's fine. Believe it or not, I'm trying my best. Which, I mean, it sounds very disappointing, but it's true. I am trying my best. Just that it's a little bit hard, you know? Trying my best is a little bit of an issue. There you go. Was about time to get the spirit. That's the spirit. No, it's fine. Okay. I'm surprised, and by saying this it's probably gonna happen right now, but I'm surprised I still haven't failed this spell card. It's not like it's a hard one. It isn't. But it's also a spell card that the RNG can take you by surprise a lot. But it didn't happen yet. And it continues to not happen. Now, if you were so kind here to not die to these enemies, I would appreciate it. These are not strong enemies. I think my problem here was not using focus shot. Like, using unfocused shot for those enemies is nonsensical. You have nothing to gain. It's not like they are spread out, they just come in like a row, so why would you want to not use focus? See, these ones, well, these ones you could also kill them with focus. It's just that at some point they kinda start coming from both sides at the same time, so at that point you want a bigger range to deal with them. So sometimes the one on the top spawns and some other times it doesn't spawn. Might have to do with how quickly you kill the first one. Hard to tell, honestly. Got him. Alright. Am I bombing already? No, actually no need to ask. The answer is yes. Now the question is here. Will I manage to get through this spell card without getting hit? Actually, the best thing I can probably do is to just bomb this shit. Now, you can see the capture ratio is above 50%, but that's too little. I need more than that. But that still works. It could have been worse. Make the other enemies spawn, please. They need to activate. Boom. No time to waste. Alright. Pretty nice. This is the part where we bomb like crazy because fuck this fight. This is the part where we bomb everything. This one I'm also very tempted to bomb. If I see a lot of bullet density on the bottom right corner, I'm bombing. That was a late bomb. That was a late bomb. And obviously not bombing there would have been the best choice, but if the idea was preventing the hit, I should have bombed earlier. So that was bad in every sense. Yes, that is dynamic music. The game has two sets of tracks. One that is the normal one and the other one is the Spirit World version. Unfortunately, the only way to hear them in-game is by entering Spirit World, but that only takes 10 seconds at a time, so... But I'm pretty sure in the music room you can also listen to them all you want, so... But yeah, unfortunately, there is no way to toggle an option in game to only listen to that version of the songs. Will be pretty nice, but no, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It is what it is. But yeah, you can still listen to it in the music room or on YouTube, depends. Whichever one you prefer. And they are very good. Like, it's kind of a waste the fact that they are songs that they are full songs, but you can only hear like a couple of seconds in game. That's definitely some dedication. Back when Sun wasn't that lazy. Don't get me wrong, he was still lazy, but not to the level that you see nowadays. You're not gonna let me pick those up. Stupid ass spirits. God damn it. That's the problem. You lose those life fragments straight up if you don't enter Spirit World, or you don't have the balls to just go up there. It's a mixture of both. So we say that a possible strategy here is activating Spirit World during Kogasa's spell card. That could help, but I don't know at what time it will be optimal. Like maybe during the first wave. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Probably not the best idea, because the problem is that the enemies that spawn later take a while to appear. Yes, they take a while to appear. So I guess it will be kinda when they are halfway through or something. Not right at the beginning like that. Well, that was a shame. At least now we know. But the issue of doing that is also not being able to use the Spirit World activation against Yoshika. That's the real problem. You still get a lot of spirit meter here, but not enough at least to do it on the first spell card. I could do it for the second one, I guess. I mean, since the second one is so random, it will be nice to take away a little bit of the RNG. And by a little bit I mean everything. The problem is that capturing this one, I captured it that time today, but I don't think I can replicate that, honestly. No, I cannot. Indeed. As expected. Another song you recognize from a fan game. There might be a lot of them. I shouldn't have bombed there, it's just that I'm so fucking tired of this fight that I don't really care. I'm just gonna bomb everything, I don't care about Yoshika. I just want you to be out of my face. Sanae's bomb is so shit that wasn't even enough to finish the pattern. That's fucked up. The real mistake here was not bombing the first spell card. That was the biggest problem. And here is basically enduring like the 40 seconds that this thing lasts. Which shouldn't be hard in itself. I hope it isn't. I mean, last time this spell card absolutely destroyed me, so don't see why the same wouldn't just happen again. Alright. At least we reached stage 4. I think that's an important thing to do. Even if the run itself is objectively bad, it's just very important to get out of stage 3. Fuck stage 3, of course. Was this the right time to activate? I can't remember. I think it was slightly later than this. I did it too early. Because here you get the bombs. But if you wait a little bit more, you get the extra lives. But it was too early. Yeah, the extra lives come there. But I kinda forgot about them. It's fine. In this non-spell... it's a little bit exaggerated, I feel. Especially when you go... like, this non-spell is harder than the actual spell card that comes afterwards. That's the funny thing. Yeah, like you compare that non-spell with this spell card, it's actually a lot easier to just deal with the fucking spell card. That, I feel like it's something that should never be the case. And it's unfortunately the case in many Touhou games. The non-spell being actually harder than the spell card that is supposed to be a special attack. But it happens more often than you would think. Like, it's very, very common. Pretty sure that if you manage... yeah, exactly. I was to say, if you manage to kill these two very fast, you actually get 2 more. So the 2 more that you get are just bombs, so I don't really care. This that was a good dead bomb. I was actually curious about this spell card. I could do something like that. No, that's a bad idea because of the reactivation. Yes, I managed to survive that, but that's not gonna happen willingly, you know. That was luck. That's not something you can rely on. But moving to the corner is something that you can definitely rely on. That's what I wanted to test. When Yoshika gets resurrected here, like actually going to the corner to dodge the resurrection bullets is probably the best thing you can do. I'm actually trying to down Yoshika and I can't. This doesn't happen. Hey, how many times do you want to get hit? And funnily enough, it's gonna turn the non-spell into a timeout. Pretty funny. That was unfortunate. It's unfortunate because you waste the spirit world without being able to even get the extra resources from it. That's a tragedy. Whatever. I should have gotten killed later on. Come on, dude. How did that even hit me? Just take me to stage 5, please. Oh, you won't. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I forgot this is an you... you don't deal a lot of damage. Alright. This is a very bad run. Actual shit tier run. Very bad run. Not to mention you're not gonna get the extra life anytime soon either. That bombing here. Not like I have enough resources to just give away here, you know. That's not a good idea whatsoever. And one of those laser guys is still shooting shit. As much as I don't want to waste the spirit world on Toshiko, I think I will have to, as the spell card is way too hard, and she also obviously drops the resources afterwards, so much as I don't want to, I mean, it's either that or bombing, and it seems that it's better to just activate spirit. As this spell card is way too hard. I mean, if it wasn't for the weird red arrows, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the red arrows actually make it so hard. It's so distracting. A spell card that is extremely distracting. On Lunatic, that's the thing. As it's usual with this game, in every other difficulty it's kind of a show, but not on Lunatic. I could bomb this, but... I mean, well, yeah, you get another bomb. I mean, in situations like this where you get... Oh wow, I almost got killed. But yeah, the only problem here is that I have no resources against Futo. That's a problem. You're taking a very long time to go down, unfortunately. I don't know what your deal was there. That was very bad. This is a problem. I thought that since I got that run yesterday after like 2 or 3 attempts that this was gonna be smooth ride, but this is not smooth at all. This is definitely not smooth. This game has a spell card practice. There are some practice I could, some spell cards I could practice, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. I mean, most of the problematic spell cards will remain being problematic, so I don't think that will make any difference. Most of the remaining spell cards will still keep being annoying as all hell, so I don't think that much will be solved there. I mean, of course, the issue, as always, will be the RNG, and there are some spell cards that you never want to risk on, no matter how many times you practice. Obviously, if you have no resources remaining, well, you have to do something, but if you at least have a bomb remaining, you probably shouldn't. So now that I think about it, you know, I've been thinking about bombs, like bomb fragments, as something not worth collecting compared to life fragments, but I feel like a lot of times you just get like a free extra bomb if you just collect all of the bomb fragments in a pattern while on Spirit World. And that, especially considering that the life fragment value gets, or rather the threshold to get an extra life gets bigger every time, it feels that wouldn't be a bad idea at some point to simply like invest in bombs, you know? I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong and it's actually a terrible idea. And I don't think it's that terrible of an idea. We will see. Okay, at some point, when the last extent comes, instead of worrying of life fragments, it's worrying about bomb fragments. Which in the last stage there are plenty, actually. Plenty of bomb fragments, kind of like at the beginning. So it wouldn't be a waste to try to use it at the beginning at all. Oh. You can kinda do that. I mean, you can only do that because these guys stop shooting halfway through their path. If this was Touhou 20, when enemies just don't stop shooting no matter what happens, yeah, that probably wouldn't have been possible. In this game, at least those enemies stop shooting when it's the right time to stop shooting. So I'm glad. The bomb absorbs some bullets that didn't show up here. That was a bad movement. A shame because that was a hell of a waste of a bomb. Without a doubt. Nice. Okay. Just bomb all of Kyoko patterns. Don't let them get to you. If it's a Kyoko pattern, it's your moral obligation to bomb it. At least you get another bomb fragment after this pattern. I mean, assuming you don't die on this one. Well, you still get it later, but I mean that would be ideal if you didn't die to this. A lot of things will be... Oh, that was very doubtful. I mean, the hitbox of those bubble bullets is kind of a show. You know? That's the reason why things like that can happen. The hitbox is just very permissive. Well, permissive to say the least. Alright. I mean, that's how I want to do the first two stages. It's obviously far from perfect, but I think that it's the best way I can engage them. I don't think it's that bad to do it that way. I just really hate this fucking combination of patterns, dude. I mean, at least I got the bonus there. In the sense that got Spirit World and use that Spirit World to collect the life fragments. That's very nice, but I really hate how essentially you cannot collect that shit unless you use a Spirit World activation. Very infuriating. So for the lack of Spirit World here, we essentially just bomb. So at least the enemy that spawns the fragments can spawn. Well, the enemies in plural. It's that you are way too high, dude. Without bombing again, it's most likely that I'm gonna die at that point. I mean, you could also manage to Spirit World after collecting a little bit. I mean, I collected so many spirits there precisely because I bombed. Not for any other reason. At least here I can activate Spirit World against Yoshika, so that's the good part. Okay. I mean, ideally not on this non-spell, Thankfully not on that non-spell. So if I could consistently capture this spell card, I will save it for the second one, but I cannot consistently do that. There's absolutely no reason to do something like that. It's also the kind of spell card that the difficulty of dodging heavily rests on where you are standing before the pattern comes. That's easier said than done, honestly. Bombing this one and just praying that I don't get killed by this spell card. We pray. Okay, I don't mind considering this spell card a survival spell card. That's the way I cope for not being able to capture it properly. Who cares? A timeout is a valid win condition too. Nobody cares about the score, so you know. Cool. Okay. So far this was a satisfactory run. So far. I'm still gonna activate here. As I say before, I'm underestimating the value of the bomb items. Not a bad idea to get bomb items, so some of them don't even drop bomb items, so otherwise I would already have enough. Oh, so that's the real issue here. Not that they don't drop life items, or rather than the bomb items they drop, like they don't, basically. That's a little bit of a problem indeed. I hate this non-spell so much. Most likely have, if I get the bomb fragments at the right time, I will probably have a bomb to use exclusively for that non-spell. Have a bomb with that non-spell's name. But non-spells don't have names. They are non-spells. Call it non-spell 1 or non-spell 2. My favorite song. But a lot of people think that about Desire Drive in the Desire Drive is, interestingly enough, one of the most remixed songs in the series for, I wouldn't say for some reason, I mean it's a good song. It's surprising to see it being remixed so much. They are non-spells because Sun didn't spell anything to call them. Of course. Clearly. Sun was too lazy to spell it. The whole non-spells thing in Touhou, I can't believe that happened. That's stupid ass slow bullet killed me, because it didn't decide to go fast as it should. What a piece of fucking shit, dude. Like, that bullet couldn't have been any slower if it wanted to. God damn it, stupid ass bullet. Fucking me up like that. Sorry, I was about to say that the non-spell situation in Touhou is a little bit stupid. Because maybe in other games it will make sense, but ironically, Touhou having a formal definition for spells and not for non-spells, despite the fact that non-spells not only sometimes are harder than spell cards, but also a lot of times also more unique, is very stupid. It's one of the mysteries of Touhou. Honestly, maybe it's not that big of a mystery. You can attribute it to laziness. Because yeah, in some particular cases, some non-spells are nothing more than patterns that repeat themselves a lot, especially in extra stages. But in a lot of other cases, and for example this boss fight, the non-spell are just like regular patterns. Regular as in that they are not generic. And maybe using the word regular wasn't the best choice, but you get the point. No, come here. At least you gave me extra resources there, but yeah. This is pretty bad in multiple ways. This is very, very bad. Extremely bad, I would even say. Very, very bad. As bad as you can imagine. Making me bomb at the end. Well, I didn't have the need to bomb, but I definitely felt myself getting hit there. Please. The death bombs are still on point. That's always good. This is very bad. I mean, not as bad as last... Well, actually, no, it is as bad as last run, isn't it? I actually can't tell. Is it as bad as last run? Remember how many resources I had by now. I cannot really tell how bad this truly is. Just have the feeling it is bad. My gut feeling is telling me it's bad. With that bomb, at least I want to pick up these things. Promise that by doing this, I will be essentially forced to activate Spirit World that I could activate it. Oh, actually, wow, that was luck, obviously. That was pure luck. I wanted to activate it there. It's just that I didn't have it. It wasn't full meter. But now I'm pretty much forced to activate it during Toshiko's spell card. Because basically, even if you don't want to activate it, it's gonna get activated when you get hit. And the only difference is that if you get hit, you lose a life. So I mean, at that point, you might as well activate it before you die. Obviously, yes, you have the option to, you know, actually capture the spell card. I keep repeating, this spell card is not reasonable to capture. I'll try it. No, I think that wasn't a death. I think I activated in time. I want to believe at least that I did. I did, correct. Yes, I also mentioned yesterday that's not easy to pull off. It's actually very hard to activate in time like that. Like to do like instead of a dead bomb, it will be a dead trance. It's a trance activation on dead. No, come on, stop shooting! Oh, and because you didn't... Okay, never mind, they still spawn. That was a pretty sad death. At least on the right side, assuming I don't die before that, I will get enough. Like I should get 2 life fragments before running out of bombs. The problem is if I get killed during a non-spell. If these non-spells, I certainly don't want to bomb them, but they are very dangerous. They are more dangerous than you would think. No, instead I'm just bombing this shit. But I probably would like to bomb this one though. Probably the hardest non-spell because it's kind of in an uncomfortable middle ground. Now the interesting thing here is that if I don't bomb and I get killed, that should still be enough to get an extra life. Because it should finish the spell and she's gonna drop a life fragment. And I only need 1, so... yeah, I'm not gonna get killed. I'm still very tempted to bomb this. Just that the pattern that comes afterwards is even worse. Yeah, this thing... it's not like I cannot capture this, but... no. I'm not gonna risk it. Like, it is an actual hard pattern. Like, not worth to risk it at all. Nice. Alright. Yeah, it is not a good run at all because this amount of resources, you're not gonna get an extra life. So at least you could fight to get the most amount of bomb fragments that you can. Yeah, the problem is that here, all the enemies look exactly the same. So knowing which one drops bomb fragments, which one drops life fragment, and which ones drop nothing, well, nothing aside from regular regular spirits, is very hard to know. You actually have to memorize. I mean, at least you have these yin-yang orbs that cut the monotony, but they don't drop resources, so you can use them as an indicator for the regular enemies. Well, not to mention, they don't drop resources, they don't do shit at all. When is the first one dropping something worthwhile? Okay, that's one there, actually. Getting the most bombs out of this is priority. As you can see, I will say it's quite random when you get a resource and when you don't. That's a good way to corner myself. You should probably wait until the end, because not only you get resources, but it also gets a little bit hard. Well, too late for that though. Something tells me this is gonna go to the same side, to the same place it went yesterday. Like dying on the clan spell guard. Wait, no way. Just realized I don't have enough to activate. Well, now I do. I didn't, like, I wanted to activate and I couldn't. I'm gonna activate here, probably. Or should I? Yeah, I should. This non-spell is hard. I don't wanna tame the next spell card, though. Like, the next spell card shouldn't be hard to capture. Like, this spell card... Probably the only spell card that does, like, shouldn't be part of the final boss. Like, this spell card is kinda more fitting of a stage 2 than most of the stage 2 spell cards, you know? Yeah. Well, good luck dodging this, though. Of course. There's no surprise in there. This is the clan spell card, isn't it? These two already start bickering. That's bad, though. Why is that Miko here? Feels like she has so much fucking health. I don't want to spend 2 bombs, but yeah, playtime is over. Ah, that's such a shame. God damn it. For what reason? The reason why I started playing Touhou. Yeah, it's gonna be the reason why I will stop playing Touhou. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hold up, what spell cards do you even have there? I remember this one. Well, actually, hold up. This is the one with the spin. Which one was this? Hold up, I need to remember what these ones are. Oh yeah, okay, this is the pure reflexes one. Well, pure reflexes is a way of saying this might look random, but this spell card is static. Well, static. I think the movement of the balls kinda changes, but it's the exact same pattern every time. You can stay between some, you know, light balls, and it's always gonna be the same. This one I do remember. This one is a pain in the ass. That's the problem. I don't have enough resources to get here, let alone get past here. This spell card is just way too many bullets. I think the positive thing is that on her boss fight, after the playtime is over thingy, she stops with non-spells. I think, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like that's the last non-spell she does. And the problem is that this spell card here, I mean, on a real run I obviously will bomb it, but it's the kind of a spell card that will already be hard without the RNG. Without the RNG of the lasers, I mean, because I mean, if you make it fully static, it's a matter of finding a blind spot and that's it. I mean, if you don't make the lasers RNG and just make the amulets RNG, the spell card will still be hard, you know? But no, Sun went a step further and made the 2 of them RNG. Well, and then the last one is... Actually, the last one is important too. Because it obviously has a strategy. It's not that hard of a spell card. That I want to confirm is my current strategy is correct. You should slowly move vertically. As long as you don't confuse what's your current pattern, that should work. Promise that at some point that stops working that way. Like at some point she has another pattern, and I don't remember what that was about. But yeah, they stop. Oh, it's just... It's the same thing but with more bullets, actually. Like the logic is the same, it's just that now you have 1,000 bullets instead of 100. Pretty nice. But I mean, it's good to know at least that that's what it is. As I remember, there was something odd about this spell. What's odd is that it just basically becomes a bullet spam at some point. It also is very important to know exactly what's the timing on these things. In the sense, well, not the timing, sorry, I meant to say the positioning. Because some of them, just dodging them vertically is not gonna work. You have to know if one of them is in the same place in the horizontal axis as you are. If you just move vertically, you're gonna get hit regardless. It's not very optimal if you ask me. I promise that when the bullet spam starts, well, you should be on top instead of being on the bottom. That's the biggest mistake here. But that's something that you will have to kinda calculate. Kinda. Okay, I have my doubts, no matter what. But seems that I always tend to go low. Maybe at that point it's just a matter of bombing, but will I even have bombs at that point? Feels like this is not gonna be as doable as I initially thought. Feels like it will not. I mean, on the bright side I got a better PV than yesterday, which is remarkable, I guess. Regardless of how remarkable it is, that's still not enough, you know? It's still not enough. So what are we gonna do if it's still not enough? Pick a better character for one. Well, actually, I could try Marisa. Because obviously Reimu will be the best choice for me. But I already did this with Reimu. So I could try and see how far I get with Marisa. But the thing is that it's pretty easy to take some things for granted with Sanae. Like, for example, having decent range, which is something that Marisa doesn't have. And despite how shit the damage on Sanae's bomb is, at least she has free movement when she bombs. Marisa's bomb is probably one of the shittiest in the game. Well, no, it probably is the shittiest in the game. Because you cannot move freely. In a game that, just like UFO, you're supposed to loot things. And, you know, I get very upset when people that write the wiki, they write it as if everyone was a top player. Like, they basically say that Marisa is an amazing shot type with a lot of damage, and the bomb is the most damaging one in the game. What they don't say is that it's the most damaging one in the game when you are aiming precisely where you at what you want to kill. And they also forget to mention the fact that you cannot move very far while you are using it. So at that point, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's like they are trying to get newer players to quit. Like, yeah, pick Marisa or Yomu, bro. They are amazing shot types. Yeah, assuming you play this game for like 1,000 hours, they are amazing shot types. But yeah, don't worry about that. Well, to be fair, the wiki does mention that Reimu is the best character for novices. But the way the wiki disses Sanae is very bad. Because for someone that is a beginner, Sanae is a good character in this game. If anything, for someone that is a beginner, Yomu is bottom of the barrel trash in this game. That's something that doesn't seem to be very clarified. That's the problem when guides are written by top players. Like, barely anyone in the world is a top player at any of these games. I mean, let alone 10 Desires, you know? Like, come on, dude. But yeah. Top players writing guides is usually a bad idea if the idea of the guide is to be read by beginners. Because see, here's the thing. The Touhou wiki, right? If you are a top player, will you go to the fucking Touhou wiki to read advice? No. You will probably already be in a Discord with people that try to get high scores, or probably even watch a YouTube video. The wiki is most likely there for people that just started playing the game. So even the slight idea of recommending Yomu is like, what are you doing? Like, that's a good way to make the player quit the game. Because it's kind of like you're telling them, well, if you cannot use Yomu, you suck. And while that might be relatively true, like, that's not a very nice thing for a new player to hear, you know? It really feels like they are just trying to make people quit, you know? Like, it's their main objective. Alright, what happens if I activate here? Because I wanna see what happens if you kill these two super fast. More actually spawn. I mean, it's more or less what I was expecting. I just wanted to confirm it. But the problem is that now by doing this, I'm most likely not gonna get enough spirits for activating it at the end of the stage. Now, speaking of the wiki being shit, another thing that the wiki says is that Sanae being able to collect additional spirits doesn't really, well, not additional spirits. It's the fact that her bar charges faster than the rest. It's basically said as something that doesn't matter too much because you don't activate more times than the other characters. Assuming you're a top player, you don't. Assuming you're a beginner that can barely even grab the spirit orbs, since most of them are gonna be at the top of the screen. any little help at getting that bar go up is very useful. But yeah, the motherfuckers essentially just kinda like, you know, underplaying, or well, sorry, downplaying the importance of Sanae's passive here. What I'm trying to say is that the wiki sucks. What I'm trying to say. In case it wasn't clear enough. So yeah. If you're a new player, don't take advice from the wiki. Well, actually, if you're a new player, don't take advice from anyone. Just play the game. Don't take advice from me either. Just play the game. Use whatever you think is easier. Don't let others tell you what to do. Instead of doing that, I should have activated the spirit. Because I'm gonna activate it here, but by activating it earlier, I could have actually gotten extra resources, so I fucked up. Like, I did that in the wrong order. Like, Kamora. Should I listen? I shouldn't listen to your advice, not to listen to other people's advice. Yeah. Classic. Absolute classic. But yeah, no, you should listen to that one. You shouldn't listen to advice on the game. The funny thing about wikis is that a lot of people are like, well, if you feel that something is wrong, why don't you edit it? Good luck editing a wiki that has, well, every wiki has moderators, but the point is that, yeah, moderators tend to be insufferable, because otherwise they wouldn't be moderators, they will be doing something more useful. But yeah, I don't want to deal with moderators. Not even once. I'm allergic to moderators. An allergic reaction. Activate here. So this should be enough to summon the other guys and to also get the resources. Yeah, correct. Good. That was good. Well, the issue here is not being able to use it against Yoshika. At this point, you gotta be willing to make sacrifices, you know? Oof, that was close. The problem is that here I essentially will have to somehow beat the spell card without, well, I mean, if I die towards the end of the spell card, I will still get the reward. because I will still be in spirit mode, so that wouldn't be that bad. I mean, ideally I wouldn't want to die, but I almost killed the spirits there. That's bad, you don't want to do that. Damn, the timeout triggers this early, no fucking way, dude. Well, look, at least I got the resources. Like, I almost captured it, yes, but I got double the resources too. Oh, but the problem is that bomb that I got was completely wasted. Well, yeah, that's a shame, indeed. It's okay. I'm bombing this shit too. Dead bomb. I think despite the differences in spirit usage and other things, I think this is still the same type of run as the same run resource-wise as the previous one. Maybe I have more life fragments. That might be true. Aside from that, it seems to be the exact same. Alright. Yeah, I forget that before the spirits on the bottom, these guys appear first. And I also gotta remember that, well, so the problem here is that it all depends on your survivability, because as I say before, between dying and activating automatically or not dying and activating manually, you rather activate manually, but here you really don't want to activate until much later in the stage. Not much later, but at least until before the mid-boss. Like around here, that should be enough, right? I think it should. Yeah, it is. I almost got a kill there. That's the first time I do that non-spell without dying or bombing or any of that bullshit. So now watch me fail this spell guard. Because this is how the choke factor works in these games, you know. It's like karma, like it's the type of thing that it always balances out in the end. Whether you like it or not. Yeah. Well, the problem is that here, this will bring death. That's the main problem here. If I don't activate, but activating earlier here is a mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake in the sense that there, I guess it's the best idea, but it is a mistake in general. Well, at least I got the life fragments and one bomb fragment, so I guess it's not that bad, all things considered. Also, how is it going, Kyle? Alright. Just realized that Sega has like a fancy font on the name. I don't know if the other ones also have it. That's a pretty fancy font. Yes, you came right in time for Desire Drive. I was saying earlier, one of the most remixed cover songs in the series. Surprisingly, well, some of the EOSD songs obviously still surpass it as expected. But Desire Drive is always pretty high in the popularity contest, and obviously in terms of remixes as well. I was pretty sad, by the way, that dead. It is what it is. And even with that, Yoshika didn't fucking die. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a shame because I almost got it. The dodging from the corner sometimes is very hard. There's not much you can do. Wish I knew where to move here, but I don't. Oh, I can activate Spirit here, but I probably should, at least to survive. Promise that this is spell guard. Good luck capturing it. Those curvy lasers are so fucking cancer. Well, like any curvy laser, really. That's what curvy lasers are. Starry Sky of Mall Desire has to be one of my favorite arrangements, but that song has like 10 arrangements overall. Isn't that the credit song of this game, or is it somewhere else? Because I don't recognize that name. But then again, if it's the credit song, isn't it the same as Desire Drive? Hey. Pretty sure the credit song of this game is essentially Desire Drive on a higher... Oh, it's a stage 5, yeah, I know which one. It's a simple song. I mean, usually stage 5 songs don't get many remixes at all. Not just in this game, but like in any Touhou game. Since, as you say, they tend to be very simple songs. You don't have too much to work with, unless you remix it with another song. There's not much work to be done, you know. Guess I got another bomb for free. Ooh, that was close. Obviously I'm redirecting a little bit too late. That's because I'm trying to get the most damage I can. That might seem like a waste, but I'm not gonna risk that shit. I'm not risking that, I'm sorry. I ain't risking that at all. I was about to capture it, but it's just not worth it. I keep forgetting that it's too early to use this here, but I can bomb. On this one at least. Nice. I think I got another free bomb from that. Or not, I don't know. Alright. I mean, I'm very tempted to bomb on this non-spell. Even though I know it's a bad idea. No, it's okay, we're fine. Just gonna bomb on this spell card instead. Probably, we will see. Okay, no, I'm bombing. Fuck this shit. You can be fucking serious. Because not only you kill me when the non-spell is gone, you kill me right before a free spell card. What a fucking dipshit. You deserve the absolute worst right now. You don't deserve anything less than the worst. Than the absolute worst. What a dipshit, dude. Absolute dipshit. Like, right at the end. Like, that final arrow had to do that. It couldn't help itself. Goddamn. I'm very tempted to bomb this as well. This is not a hard spell card, but honestly, dude. I don't want any risks. I don't like risk. I have the finger on the bomb. The finger is on the trigger. That was a very good reaction. That was a very good reaction. Because normally I would have basically overestimated myself and be like, well, the spell card is over, so I'm gonna win. But no, I'm glad I didn't overestimate myself there. I actually bombed at the right time. I could activate Spirit here and then activate it again later. I mean, it's a waste either way, I feel. Like, not activating Spirit or activating it for this shit feels like you're wasting it either way, so... Because yeah, you want to activate it at the end of the stage, but you should get enough Spirit to do it again, so... Assuming you don't get killed in the process. Well, that was enough to activate? I didn't know. Well, that's cool. You could also save it for the final boss, honestly. Futo crying? Well, I hope she cries. It's a cool track. Well, here goes nothing. I'm pretty sure I'm bombing this non-spell. I'm bombing it. I don't give a fuck, dude. Fuck your non-spell. And this spell card as well, most likely. Last time I somehow managed to capture it, but I shouldn't get used to it. These non-spells are made in hell. I can tell you that. These non-spells were handcrafted in hell. And this one is even worse than the previous one. Even if you think that that might not be possible, yes, that is possible. I'm not dealing with that. Alright, so the problem starts here too. These two morons. I don't think there is a better word to describe them. There's probably a route that makes this spell card trivial, but if there is such route, I don't know it. Nice. Playtime is over. Man, this is not the type of non-spell you want to die on, you know. Jesus. Damn, this spell card is a little bit harder than I remember. I mean, the issue here, well, the issue is that I died to this one. But even if I didn't die to this one, the spell card that comes afterwards is extremely annoying. Yeah, I don't know if this is happening, because that was my best run for now, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to... This one I felt that I had... No, this one is this one. This one is not a problem. I died to it somehow. I don't know how I managed to die to this shit. Well, that's how. Actually wondering what's the best light ball to follow here. The yellow one, perhaps? I mean, that's the one I usually always follow. It's just that they change position so much. Like, I don't know how the RNG works here. Because it's a static pattern, but the angle of the whole pattern changes sometimes. I'm not sure what it's based on, unless it's aim. No, I don't. Hard to tell, I don't think it's aim. Well, fuck that pattern, but the real problem is this one. I was not expecting this one to be this hard. What is this thing? I mean, this one... You're kinda intended... Because if you go to the bottom, you're gonna get obliterated. But no, you know the interesting thing about this pattern, and the reason why I think it's an easy pattern, is because the overdrive is easier. Well, in fact, this one I captured on the first try. We'll try it again, but the funny thing about the overdrive is that it has less bullet density. So yeah, you have to dodge from both directions, but that barely even matters. Soon balancing at its finest. This is overdrive, but apparently according to Soon, this one is easier. This one on Lunatic is easier than that one on overdrive. Hey, this is easier. I don't know, soon. I have a feeling that, you know, your balancing is a little bit whack. I mean, overdrive doesn't show up on the game, so it's not like it matters. I mean, if you're gonna name a spell card supposedly harder than another one, and then you make it easier, how do you want me to not call you out? It's like you're asking me to call you out. It's like you want me to insult you. I won't do that, but it's like you're asking for it. Like you're saying this is easier than the other one. You're out of your mind. Alright, I'm gonna try a run with Marisa. This is a mistake. Don't try this at home, kids. This is a bad idea. Don't let the wiki fool you. I'm just doing this for testing purposes. It will be funny if I get the one going clear on the first try now. No, don't... It's not gonna happen. This is unfortunately the first time that Marisa has the explosive green turds as a shot type. Which is probably the lamest shit she got, and unfortunately it appears in pretty much every other installment from this one onwards. But you can get rid of these green turds. They are in every game after this one, and including this one, of course. They are there to stay. I don't know why Soon likes this shit so much, but... it's fine. I mean, they barely even look like missiles in the first place. They look more like suppositories. And I don't think Marisa will be the kind of lady that will be throwing that around. She doesn't seem like the type. You'll never know. Well, that's true. Like, this could be the run, correct, but I have my reservations, my doubts, if you will. But then yesterday's run happened so quickly and went so far that I really thought I was gonna get this one almost for free. I guess I was wrong. Hey, that's fine. It is the way it is. Now there is something that Marisa has as an advantage, especially for collecting spirits and all that shit, is that she is faster. Like the unfocused speed is faster. But I don't know if that's gonna help me a great deal or not. The problem with going faster is that you're also harder to control, you know. Also, there is another little thing that Marisa has. The Spirit World activation apparently is the most damaging one. But it's the most damaging one assuming you can manage to hit all of the bullets at the same time, which is not that easy at all. I capture this less than half the times, are you for real? That's very fucked up. Weird. But yeah, I guess these runs with Marisa were very early, because I don't remember using Marisa anytime soon in this game, so something tells me that this was very long ago. So Not only that will explain the bad capture rate, but also the bad high score. With a high score like that, it means that I only got to like what, stage 3? Maybe not even there, maybe didn't even get out of stage 2. I will assume it is stage 3. Which is very bad, don't get me wrong, but... Promise that that's a great way to start. And I was out to say that one of the disadvantages of Marisa is that she won't get as much meter as Sanae does. Maybe that doesn't make a difference for a top player, but I'm not a top player. But it certainly makes a difference to me. There was something. Yeah, I think that you still haven't seen the shittiest thing that Marisa has, which is her bomb. So, aside from the mistakes I made, that might look promising, but the one thing I can promise you is that the bomb sucks. Don't trust the wiki slide. The bomb, Marisa's bomb sucks. And in fact, Master Spark sucks in every game from this one onwards. Well, until 17, I think. Or was it 16? No, I think it was 17. That Master Spark is actually, like, moves fast instead of being this absolute dog shit mockery of Master Spark. Well, all of the following games are a mockery of Master Spark. It's just that at least in some of them you go fast. Problem is that it's still, like, Master Spark used to be a full screen laser. Here it's just like a small laser. You need to aim. If I was playing Touhou 7, I don't need to worry about aiming. My laser occupies the whole fucking screen, you know? What aim do you want me to do? But that's not how it works in modern Touhou games. Unfortunately. So yeah. Her Kamehameha is now bad. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the thing is that Touhou 8 was the last instance of Master Spark being the way it should be. And well, 10 and 11 didn't use it, and neither did 9. So the first time that it comes back is in 12, and in 12 it's already shit. In fact, in 12 it's even worse, because unless you're dealing damage with your actual shot, the laser of Master Spark doesn't do shit. Like, the damage is non-existent. You have to, like, the only thing you get is iframes. And well, you cancel bullets, I guess. But if you actually want to deal damage, you need to actually aim with your regular shot while the Master Spark is active. In fact, I'm almost convinced it's the same thing in this game. Almost. Like, I'm almost convinced that's the case. I might be wrong, but I have a feeling it is like that. We will see. I mean, so far I still haven't bombed. So I wouldn't know. Also, you know, about the whole thing about the damage being higher, I honestly don't feel like that's the case. I mean, probably at full power, but right now I'm not really seeing my damage being very rewarded, you know? Are the wiki fucks just a bunch of liars or what? You know, they probably mean full power, surely. Because right now Sanae, at least against the spell card, she was dealing the same amount of damage. At 2 points of power. Maybe it makes a bigger difference at higher. I hope it does. The aiming part is also a thing with Sanae. Even if you're focusing, the range is way better than Marisa. Marisa's range is absolute trash. So that also plays some factor. I mean, plays some factor, no, plays a factor. So this is Master Spark. Now, as you can see, the problem is, if you're trying to use Master Spark to grab resources, that's what happens. It's like you're walking on mud. I mean, walking on mud, better analogy is probably that you're stepping on shit. Yeah, I have a feeling that I got tricked. Best bomb in the game, highest damaging shot type. By what? By 0.5 points of damage? But to be fair there, the shot type did end the spell card way earlier than with Sanae. The bomb though, yeah, maybe if you're also aiming your regular shot at it, which wouldn't make the bomb high damaging, it will just make the shot high damaging. Will be going now? Okay. He's gone to call the wiki moderator. No, I'm just kidding. Have a good one, Nash, and thanks for hanging out. I don't think I'm getting this one coin clear today, so you're not gonna be missing anything. So don't worry about it. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Master Spark, the highest damaging bomb, assuming you're also aiming with your regular shot. The same deal that it was in 12. Well, no, except that in 12 Sanae's bomb was even more damaging. Which makes it even sadder. But in this game, it's only the most damaging if you're dealing damage with both your shot and the bomb. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure even Reimu's bomb deals more damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every other bomb is the same concept, you know? But yeah, it deals a great amount of damage if you pair the bomb with the shot type itself. No shit. Hey, that's not saying much. That if anything might speak better about the shot type, but certainly not of the bomb. Especially a bomb that you're not able to freely move around. That's the biggest sin of this bomb. I don't think that was a smart thing to do. No, it wasn't. Indeed. Because I didn't have any resource, so I had to invent something, you know? Alright. Well, that was bad. I could also try Yomu later. It's just that Yomu is a character that I know it's not gonna work. I don't need to try it. I know for a fact it's not gonna work. Yomu, unless you're a router, is not gonna work. You need to know exactly where to go, when to go. Like exactly when to start charging, when to release, like without like studying the game, you're not gonna make Yomu work. Well, not on Lunatic at least. Might be able to do it in lower difficulties, of course. That's not saying much. Of course. And I have the sudden urge to decapitate a wiki moderator. Not sure why, it's just pop up in my mind right now. I have the slight urge to do it. It just came out of nowhere. I don't think it has any explanation. Anyways, let's stop fooling around. Because you know, in my mind, I knew that Marisa was a shit tier shot type, but these assholes made me doubt. Why do I doubt myself? Especially when comparing to a fucking wiki moderator of all things. Come on, dude. You're better than that. So yeah, the only choice is an eye. Considering Reimu is, not a choice because the fact that I already got it. I am tempted to try Yomu, as I said, it's not gonna go anywhere, like I know it won't. It's not a matter of trying if it will go anywhere, it won't. I don't need any confirmation, I know it won't. But yeah. These people are crazy. The worst part is that then you have people that don't play the games and regurgitate what they read online. And you have a lot of people calling Yomu the absolutely broken godlike shot type, for example. Yeah, are you a lunatic no miss no bomber, sir? I hope you are. I don't wanna hear you say that and not be able to pull it off. But you don't need to be a no miss no bomber. A lot of the people that I seen regurgitating that cannot even play Lunatic. So at that point, what are you doing? It's like everyone, I mean, it's not their fault. As I say, it's the fault of sites like the Wiki that assume everyone is the top player that is getting high scores, like world records. No, dude, that's not the average player. That's pretty far from the average player. The average player doesn't even know how scoring works. I mean, I don't know how scoring works. I wouldn't call myself average. So, yeah. People are out of their mind. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But at least I have confirmation to myself that the character to use if I ever want to get this is an eye. Well, either that or I get tired and I do it with Reimu again, but no, the idea is not repeating. I don't like the idea of repeating. I mean, if I repeat, like, it will be like, I don't know, like 30 years from now, if I still have fingers to play Touhou, I will of course pick the best option, and in this case it will obviously be Reimu. So, That's the only time that I will be like, yeah, let's beat this game with Raimo again. Well, that or any other shot type, though. It depends on the game. See, here's the thing. A game like Touhou 6, I beat it on Lunatic with every shot type. But I wouldn't mind doing it again, even if it's not in 30 years. Even if it's like in 1 year. I wouldn't mind doing that because I really like that game. This game I don't. So... yeah. That's the little difference. Wait, I'm gonna repeat myself here though. Moral of the story is don't read the fucking wiki. Don't. Not if you're looking for gameplay tips. I think the only time that the wiki was useful for gameplay tips was Touhou 1. That's mostly because the game is not very obvious in the way it works. But it's not very obvious, no, it's not obvious. It's like extremely unintuitive. But yeah, that game, if you don't read how the mechanics work, you're not gonna get far. Not for a one coin clear. I mean, if you just play casually and continue like 100 times, that's okay. You don't need any guide for that. If you want to one coin clear, you need to know exactly how the scoring works. Which is not that complex, mind you. It's just that you need to read it. You need to at least read how it works. Without a doubt. Now I wonder how I was able in that other run to have enough spirits to activate there. Because with Marisa it was understandable since she gains less meter. But here I'm doing Sanae and I'm still not getting back to what happened there. So I'm feeling that there is a part that I'm simply not doing very well with spirit collection. I should be able to activate there. Did I do that too late? No. Thankfully no. And I have 4 bombs. But that's right, I didn't bomb once because I didn't bomb the non-spell. I'm bombing this non-spell. Yeah, screw this non-spell. Get it out of my face. Still surprised by the amount of bombs I'm holding. I'm obviously gonna use them. How could I know? It's a shame about this spell card. This spell card is easy. Just that the choke potential on a spell card like this is crazy. The best thing you can have is her like summoning the bullets from the side of the screen. That's the best thing that can happen to you. Alright. Resource-wise, this is very good. I mean, it's obviously very early on the run, so saying that is worthless. It's doing well so far. So far, it's okay. Not bad. Well, now it's bad, however. It only took one little thing. That's all it took. Oh, that's a shame. But it is the way it is. I think that I would have gotten hit by that if I hadn't bombed. That's a shame. But it is what it is. I'm not resetting anyway, so, you know, I ain't resetting shit. The fact that thing is that this is like the worst waste of resources possible, because you use the spirit world in a place with no spirits, and then you have Kogasa here that you're not gonna use the spirit world to end this thing early. It's not like you need to. I mean, you can very easily, well, not very easily, but you could bring this spell card down by yourself quickly. It's just well, that's a way to do it, I guess. No, but see, even if you do it that way, it's not enough, because you don't spawn the other guys. Like, it kind of feels that you need to do it with the spirit world activation, because you're not gonna do it that fast at all otherwise. So yeah, shame. That seems to be the case. Yeah, this run is terrible right now. Obviously it's completely worthless and I should retry. It's just that I don't care enough to do that. Just rather go with this run until the end and whatever. I cannot afford to give more fucks than that. Unfortunately. I will have to do with this one. I actually kill one of the spirits. That's messed up. That spell card, if anything, should be one of the ones that has a bigger timer. Like, it ends way too quickly. Nice. him, that slow ass light blue kunai almost killed me like 3 times. That's the issue with patterns that combine slow and fast bullets. You obviously pay attention to the fast ones, but the slow ones you ignore will be right next to you when you're trying to dodge a fast one. And when that happens, you usually just die. You just die. And you don't even know why. That's the tragic thing. A lot of times you cannot even tell why you're dying. But you are dying. That part is for sure. What the hell? Wait, there was something weird with the sound there. Or was it only on my end? Like there was something weird there, like the sound like got lower. Really not sure how to explain it. Like the audio sound, well, I don't know, it wasn't that important. My finger was kinda trying not to bond, but it was too tempting to pass up, you know. That non-spell is not word challenging. I wish here this thing was a lot more damaging, but it isn't. So a lot of these enemies don't really die very quickly as they should. Still gonna activate there because it's either that or get killed. Yeah, it is what it is. Now the problem are these enemies here that will have to actually dodge the shit they shoot. Oh, I actually dodged it, nice. Alright. Another very big difference here is the fact that I'm able to use Sanae with full power. It definitely does make a difference. Yeah, unfortunately, that's another defect that this game has. Using the same dogshit power system as UFO. If only they use the same system that 14 uses, that will be so nice, but no, it doesn't do that. Well, the only difference in 14 is that you lose 0.5, but I mean, that's quite a difference. Between losing a whole point of power or 0.5, it's very important. Like at that point you will be able to be full power a lot more. Not to mention the fact that you also have 3 bombs. Honestly, the decision of Sun of putting both UFO and this game with 2 bombs is such a bad idea. And what's even worse is that it brought that idea back for 20. somehow thought that it was such a good idea, he had to bring it back. Wouldn't be any other way. I disagree. I don't think it's a very good idea at all. Well, especially not in a game like 20 that is so fucked up, you know. Like, this game is a show compared to 20 with the little that I seen at least. I mean, the demo obviously. And that would have been pretty nice if you allow me to activate, but I was pretty far from That's another thing that I hate about this game. Only being able to activate... Wow, I only have 1 point of power, nice. That's quite the evolution. And I was about to say, I would like to activate the Spirit World when I at least have 2 bars of meter. That will probably make the game too easy, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. I really wish you could play the whole game with the Spirit World songs without installing fan patches. I mean, would be pretty nice. I mean, it would have been a good incentive as an unlockable. Like, let's say that you only get that if you Lunatic 1 coin. Well, it will be pretty fucked up for the... Nah. Actually, that's a bad idea, no. I'll like make it a reward if you're able to 1 coin clear with every shot type, regardless of the difficulty. I think that will be a fair reward. Okay, unfortunately, that's not the way it works. I almost got deleted. Okay, that's not the way it works. It's a shame. I really think that having them all being Spirit World mode will make them the whole soundtrack better. Also, that was a pretty shitty death. Yeah, it is what it is. At this rate, I guess you can say that I'm used to it. Unfortunately, I'm not getting past this. Well, I could, depending on how I use my spirit. Just that, obviously, it's but I mean, I already knew it was a run without future since the stage 2. So it is funny how different the songs sound in the Spirit World version. I mean, they are pretty much a completely different song, but it still sounds nice. Maybe you will have the problem that you will relax too much. You wouldn't be able to properly focus on the patterns. So yeah, I did get the extra life. That's cool. At least I managed to survive for longer. Why not, right? It would be nice to also bring this spell card home, but no, it won't happen. Obviously not in a literal way. I mean, the spell card is about a place burning up. You don't want to do that to your home. You know, I meant capturing. That's what I meant by bringing it home. Wow, I did not see that talisman. I could have easily died there. Give me that. Yeah, hey, at least will be another run to the final boss. With this was an extremely shitty run. Like, the fact that I got this far is a miracle of the universe. Very fitting because I'm using Sanae. But, I think it will be a mistake to say, if only I die those times, this could be the one coin clear run, because a lot of times when you try to be overly careful, it's like you start dodging wars. When you don't give any shits about how the run is gonna go, you dodge better. So I think it will be a mistake to say that if only I hadn't made the mistakes at the beginning, this would be a good run. No, it wouldn't be. Most likely it will be the same as one of the previous runs that just died to the final boss. Which, hey, it's not bad, but certainly pretty far from being their run, you know. But there were still some remaining. They don't even drop resources anyways. Alright. At least Sanae somehow managed to be full power. Can't complain about that. Nice. I have 3 bombs, and one of them is gonna be used for this non-spell. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could try dodging this non-spell. I could have actually dodged it. Like, that would have made me squeeze between the bullets properly. Like, that would have worked. But it's whatever. Who cares? It's not very good. Damn, I actually died. That's pretty sad. I don't know why he thought that it was a good idea to give that spell card so much health. Like, come on, dude. It's not like the pattern is that complex. There is no reason for that shit to last so long. This thing, like, I don't understand how you can even dodge this shit. Like, you can manipulate where these things go. So I don't know what's the best strategy. Maybe instead of trying to put them together, it's better to have them be as far apart from each other as possible. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that actually. I do wonder if Miko has a hitbox here. You're dead. Yeah, I can check if she has a hitbox, because moving around, she probably does. Yeah, she does, okay. So now you cannot simply like go through the top middle and, you know, just get rid of everything. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, I have my doubts on how to dodge this. But it's definitely not a bad idea to move around a lot. But yeah, it's a spell card I will never actually want to capture in a real run. I could have captured I could have dodged the non-spell properly and I didn't, so I guess that was my mistake, but whatever. The good thing is that now I can actually, you know, continue with what I mentioned, that if I didn't get this run today, I will simply play Ridge Racer 6 tomorrow, and I will. So this was a blessing in disguise, because I really want to play that game. So yeah, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with, well, that game. So have a good one, and